Okay.
Joshua, do you feel like you're ready for a serious relationship right now?
You better not say yes, bro.
Obviously, I've said a few things, and it's a difficult question. I think I am, but I think just given the speed of things.
Oh my gosh!
It's
Look,
okay.
everybody
It's okay to say no.
Look, everybody simultaneous eye rolled at the same time. Everybody did it at the same time. First things first, this is the Joshua and Karolina Catch Up by artist BM. Let's do it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for things that you love.
Hello and welcome back to Pop the Balloon.
Hold on, y'all. We got to find our place in this world.
This the UK?
Yeah, it's UK. There ain't been no Joshua Karolina in the US.
No, I thought this was Congo for a second. I don't remember these people. That's all I'm asking. This UK?
Yeah.
We all find Love UK, produced by BM.
Hey.
I'm your host, Dymund. Today I am joined with Karolina, Josh, and we also have BM in the building. How is everyone doing today?
Good, yeah, good for a Monday.
I just want y'all to know he spilled water over
Can I
his
just say
PC.
everybody looks, everybody's dressed up today.
I just want y'all to know that.
It partially touched the PC.
Yeah.
It's a working day, so.
Okay.
That's right. Well, guys,
something
listen, thank
else,
you so
man.
much for joining us today in this catch up. We seen you both on our very first episode where you ended up matching. Is it a yes for you?
Hey.
Oh, it was Lloyd. Please accept me for who I am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Got a little B2K.
And is it a yes for you?
Destiny's Child.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a match! Get rid of that balloon. If I can take your balloon. Take your girl. Yes. Give them a round of applause. Since then, I do want to know, how do you feel your experience went coming on the show, your expectations and what came out of it? How did it go for you both?
Yeah, I'll let Lena go first. Ladies first, of course.
I
Yeah.
thought so.
I think for me, I came for the experience. I didn't actually know what to expect. I just came to see what was out there. And I was actually pleasantly surprised at our match with Joshua. So, yeah, it was nice. It was a nice experience. The girls were really nice. So, yeah, it was really nice.
Lovely. And Josh, how about yourself?
Yeah, no, similarly, I thought it was a really good experience. I met some lovely people, and I
You
just
said, remember, she was the one that kept popping on everyone. And Kites, you called it. If she didn't get picked soon, she wouldn't pick anyone. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad freeze frame. Sorry, brother.
Oh, I hope.
Don't vault him, bro.
Hey, shout out Karen Kicker for the resubscription.
Childish and churlish.
Well, at least our skills.
Bro. That's wild.
just kind of went into it like an open mind, and obviously me and Lena matched, so that was obviously a positive.
Fantastic. I'm so glad you both enjoyed the shoot day. What I'm more interested
lid on
in
it, babe.
is, did you end up going on any dates? Did you continue speaking? Has the match developed? I want to hear all about it.
I just feel like you're being very unprofessional. And I will not stand for it.
I know you're not talking. You almost fried us. What are you talking about?
First off, that PC has a front shield.
I don't care, bro.
That water wouldn't have even touched nothing.
Yeah,
before.
okay. You would have had a toaster.
Again, it's gonna be
The
ladies
way you're
first.
both smiling, first of all. Go on, give me the tea. What happened? Did you guys go on a date that night, or did you wait a couple of days?
Oh, no, we did go on a date that night. We did have a date every week. We met up once a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on that night we left the show, we went to Regent Street, we had a long walk, which was really nice actually, and we went to my favourite coffee shop and we just sat there, then we went for another stroll down like Oxford Street.
Okay, cute.
Okay.
What is that? What animal's that?
What, this?
Chinchilla? No,
Oh,
I'm
this
talking about
is
her
about
fur coat. I'm talking about her fur coat, bro.
Chinchilla
Street
fur.
I'm
and saw the
trolling, y'all.
lights. And then we ended up getting food, didn't we? We got food.
I don't know if
And
I'd call it food, but
yeah, food. And some of my friends came along, so Joshua got
cute.
to meet some of my
Hey,
friends.
y'all see this? That's how you respect space.
Uh-huh.
You just met her. You don't know her. Don't be grabbing her hips and everything. You see that? Respect distance.
Is that what was on the table? Is it? Oh, I think the table made like that. Like, y'all spilled that stuff on the table?
And eventually I met his sister because she also came along with her friends. So it was really lovely.
Wonderful.
It was really nice, yeah.
Demetrius, go take
Nice
a walk.
one. So you saying you met each other's friends? That was on that same night. You met family and friends on that same night.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Hey, he made family friends.
it was very sort of spontaneous.
Oh,
So
cute.
yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, I feel like something's up.
Yes.
How are you now? Like, how's it going now?
Oh, BM getting straight to the point, child.
Let's have Josh. Let me.
Yeah,
hear
no,
you.
I'm happy to go. We are. I mean, we've taken a step back, I think, because of how the show perhaps maybe accelerated things very quickly, as opposed to how things would be more on a sort of natural basis. So we're just kind of trying to establish a friendship first, and then see where things can maybe go from there.
Okay.
You know you can do that still whilst dating.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I think for me, just the intensity of things was a lot more than I was used to. I think obviously because the show, you just kind of just meet someone and it's like 100 miles an hour very quickly. Whereas on a normal basis, there'd be sort of a more progression towards it. So I wasn't really, I wasn't expecting that. That's what I would say.
I kind of get what he's saying.
I do too, but you went on a speed dating show. So it's like, of course, everything's going to be like instant. But I do understand. At the end of the day, though, she did have a point, though. You can still build that friendship while dating. You know, the thing is, people box that dating immediately means that, like, you need to be, like, already making out. You need to already be dedicating your whole life to each other. You guys already got to be planning y'all marriage and stuff like that. No.
Yeah.
Dating is about information gathering, meaning that you're still going through the process of getting to know the person. You're just letting that person know that, hey, I'm getting to know you in the aspect of I'm hoping to establish a romantic connection with you versus I'm just getting to know you. So it's like like Dymund said, you can still have been doing all that while dating. You guys didn't have to, nobody told y'all needed to immediately get to the end game.
But I think that's what a lot of contestants do. Even if you listen to like the questions they'll ask one another, even in terms of like the simplest question, what's your views on marriage? How do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Stuff like that. And if someone says, oh, I plan to get married or I plan to have kids, some of them will immediately pop as if they're trying to do that tomorrow.
Right.
So yeah, I get what he's saying. I think like the adrenaline of it all, if it all like simmered down, is like, okay, like now the reality is I need to actually get to know this person, and I don't want too many like pressures or influences to get in the way of that, i.e. it could be the audience. I'm not gonna lie. Some people in the audience be doing way too much, being people's DMs and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
And yeah, that could definitely play a factor in it too.
Right.
Would you say it was your call
What up,
to,
Game
to
Chillers?
slow things down, or was the conversation had? Did something specific happen that caused this kind of setback a little bit?
Nothing specific happened. No, we've had like open conversations about it. So yeah.
She looked stone faced.
Karolina?
I don't know what to say. You said it all. I think I think on our first date, it felt like we'd known each other forever. Like we literally clicked, and it was such a good vibe. And the day that followed, we tried to keep in touch. And obviously, Josh is very busy, and there's a few conversations that took place about his communication and the delay in his responses and stuff like that.
Oh.
And he did mention a couple of times that he was just trying to take things slow and trying to build a strong foundation.
It's the small details you got to pay attention to.
It was during the holiday season when they matched.
Right. But you notice she said there had been a few conversations talking about his communication. So it could be, I'm basing it off of what was said. She could have been reaching out and it was a little bit delayed.
She was getting a dead end.
Right.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have said it if there wasn't some, whether it be that or whether it be he's the type of person that doesn't respond in 24 hours. Who knows?
And he is a lawyer. So,
yeah, he is busy. That's fair. But that's another thing though. If you're going to go on a show and dedicate time to go on a show to try to find a date, you need to also make sure that you have time to date.
Yeah. I agree.
To my surprise, however, as I was trying to adapt, he popped up and said that he thinks we should stop because he's not emotionally available, which I respect, to be fair. So I respect it.
Then what'd you come on the show for? Nah,
I gotta do it.
Nah, sorry, you gotta. Yeah.
You're not emotionally available to date, so why the freak did you go to the show? This is what I'll be talking about. It's the contestants. It's not the show. It's the contestants. It doesn't matter what Pop the Balloon we really watch. Also, the Miss K with the subscription.
Hey.
It don't matter which Pop the Balloon we watch here. Hey, shout out to Officer Lopez. Lock him up. But it be the contestants, because y'all come on there. Y'all know y'all are not ready to date. Y'all come on there. Y'all pump y'all chest. Y'all come out there. Oh, I want this and this and this in a woman, and I'm emotionally available, and I have this and I this and then this, and then you match, and then it just be like,
are y'all coming on here to see if y'all still got it, or? I don't understand that.
Available, which I respect, to be fair. So I respected his, his decision. That's it.
So am I correct in thinking that currently there's zero communication between the both of you?
I mean, we speak from time to time, like friends, as in like just checking in, to see how's work. That's it, like probably once a week, if anything. Right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Oh, guys.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you guys need to tell the truth, because this is not Pop the Balloon and find friends.
facts.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to them. Talk to the BM. Put the belt.
Yeah.
You lot came on there and you matched to build something, right? And for it to have started off so well, something must have happened, or somebody must have said, you know what, I don't want this anymore. Because I kind of sense that Karolina wants more than friendship. And I think maybe Josh, you don't want anything more.
No, I mean, I think from my perspective, I think given how intense things were, I was finding it difficult to bring sort of the emotional side necessary, like to match sort of Karolina going forward. So that's kind of why I was finding it difficult to sort of mesh the two together.
I in a normal setting, I think I would understand this, right? But here's why it doesn't make sense to me. You went like we said, there's There's meeting somebody on the street, casual dating. That's normal, right? Your intensity is like 50-50. There's cell phone app dating where the intensity is you really don't know what you're getting. So you can get somebody on the phone that says that they're this. You pull up and they're a psycho, right? So I'll say that's like a 75%. Then there's going to, matchmaking events where it's on the spot right then and there. There's hundreds of people. You guys are just boom, 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 boom. Everybody's going. Right there, I think that's peak, right? That's like max intensity because you're on the spot right then and there. You gotta, it's either you gonna match with somebody and leave or not. Then we go to another tier, right? Which is S tier, which is going on the most viral YouTube dating show on the planet at the moment. So you went from street tier to S tier. And you're saying you weren't prepared for it? Why did you skip that step so high? I'll put it in sports examples. You went from playing Pop Warner football to USC starting. And they're like, man, the lights is bright out here. I wasn't ready for this level of football. Sir, why are you up here? That's in my mind. You feel me? Why are you up here? You skip straight to the top. And now you're talking about it's just the intensity and, I wasn't prepared for it and all blah, blah. You had so much time to not do this. It's just excuses, man. Sugarcoat Me said, I'm a YouTube subscriber, came here to support and join the community. Welcome to the flock, gang.
Welcome.
Everybody give him his official coat and jump him in.
Hello?
Together. So that's why I feel like I wanted to sort of take a step back and maybe take things a bit of a much slower pace. That was my sort of thinking going through the process.
And Mikey was they went straight to swinging. They went straight to swinging. They went straight to swinging.
So do you feel like you like her? Let me ask this question. Karolina, do you like Josh like more than friends?
I did.
Past tense.
Josh, did you like Karolina? Did you see her like as someone that you could did you fancy her? Was you attracted to her?
No, of course that's why I kept her balloon unpopped, yeah, of course.
Okay, so you're saying that the emotional side is what's not connecting.
That was the biggest issue for me, yeah.
And what is it about the emotional side that wasn't connecting?
It's a tough one to explain, really. I was just finding it difficult because I think Karolina is very intuitive and she's very in touch with that side, and I was finding it difficult to match her level. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we need to know.
So you weren't ready for somebody who was actually ready to have a relationship. That's what that sounds like.
Is it okay to date few people at the same time in the beginning? Why would you want to do that?
Why would you want to date multiple people? I mean, wait. In terms of like you haven't locked in on somebody, so you're going out on dates, trying to test the water with people. That's fine. You're going out. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. If you're single, you haven't locked in with anybody, you haven't made nothing official with nobody. You're just going out to meet people to see like what type of person
you're most compatible with.
Right. That's fine. Yeah, do that. But make sure when you're going on these dates, people know that that's what that is, though.
Yes.
Communicate that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a scenario where you go on a date and you're just like casually trying to get to know, and then you get pulled up on by a shorty you went on a date, or a shorty or a bro that you went on a date with the last week, and they pull up like, I thought we was something. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, because a lot of people be wanting to throw that official when they exclusiveness real fast on people.
Right.
But I don't know. The emotional thing, I don't know. I kind of see what he's saying, but then it kind of goes back to, if you know you weren't ready to date somebody because you weren't emotionally like present, then you probably shouldn't have went on the show. And I don't think, it makes me wonder if had he matched with anybody else, would this still be an issue, or is it just her exclusively? Like,
Facts.
what is it about her that you felt like you couldn't connect with her emotionally? But I do get like the feeling of coming on the show and everything's happening so fast. Y'all already spending holidays together, all that other kind of stuff. It's just, but I don't know. Go ahead.
Ambi, one day I'm going to find your partner and I'm going to send them every message that you keep putting in here. And when you get caught, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, we need to
Did
know
you
like,
have
what
open
level,
communication?
what was the
Yeah.
level that you was trying to match? What was it about her that you was finding difficult to match? What was, because you said it was intense. I feel like you mean like it was too fast for you. This all happened too fast and
Yeah.
you didn't expect it to go at this pace, which is understandable. But I think it's like Karolina she might be feeling like, what did I do wrong? So maybe she wants some answers to why you didn't reach her level that you're talking about.
I think we've had one or two conversations about that. Like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about Karolina. She's actually a really lovely woman. So I didn't have anything negative to say. It wasn't anything about what she did. I think it might have been just an incompatibility in that sense. So there isn't really anything negative to say.
Okay. And Karolina, when you had a conversation about this?
We had a conversation. To be fair, I just had to finish off the story and just find my closure with saying that he wasn't into me, if that makes sense. Because I do believe that we make time for what we value and effort, and we make excuses for what we don't. So for me, I would never advise anyone to stick with someone just for the sake of, I like the person. I feel like we should both fill into each other's cup, and we had this conversation. And because I wouldn't advise anyone to just, stay. From the time he showed me that, and I had 2 conversations with him, I wasn't willing to, because I was willing to until I was no longer willing to when he came and he was like, I think we should stop for now. So that for now didn't sit well with me. So it was like, either we stop or we try work this out. And yeah, he
My physical
he seemed-
attraction people, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Cause this is what happens when you just only go off of physical attraction. And there's no actual true genuine compatibility. Where are y'all at? I don't see a problem with them having their preference and they just want to date somebody that looks good, but they're missing everything else. Where are they at? Where are they at?
They're in the back.
Like, it doesn't make no sense.
But this is what we be trying to tell them. But what do we know? We're just married. What do we know?
Child, even then, that ain't enough. That ain't enough.
But this is the prime example. Plus, I want to touch on this. He said, I think we should stop for now. The problem is, like, maybe a couple years ago, that for now thing would be like a common thing, right? Because it's just like, oh, I'm not ready for now. But as dating has evolved and a lot of the sneaky tactics people have done, I'm not saying he's doing this tactic.
Yeah, neither one of them are.
Right. So let's not put it on him. But nowadays, when people say the for now thing, it's like they put people on the sideline so they can go experience everything.
Yeah.
Because that person that they're putting on the sideline, they realize, oh, this is a long-term person that is going to meet my standards long-term.
Right.
But I'm not ready to be a long-term type of person yet.
I'm here for the short game.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the sideline. I got a little bit more fun I need to have before I'm ready to lock down and do this. So we going to build something together. But let me go get a couple more parties, a couple more one-night stands. Let's get a little bit more, dates in my system. And then when I'm ready to settle down, me and you, we locked in because you're perfect. It's so scummy.
Yeah, I'm glad she was able to sense that, just based off of his responses and stuff like that in the conversations, that he probably just wasn't that into her like how she was with him. And that's okay. That's fine. But I think you should be honest with the person as to why things aren't going the way that, y'all would have expected it to go and stuff like that. Because, I don't know.
And remember, we're not saying he did this.
Yeah.
Because we don't know enough. We've only watched 10 minutes. So don't immediately be like, the kite said that. No, we're just
Yeah,
talking.
don't be putting words in my mouth.
Emotionally stuck. And I'm nobody's therapist to sit there and figure it out for them. So I've respected his decision. So he's allowed to figure it out. And I think perhaps for the right person, he will be emotionally available. And perhaps I'm not the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Did this only happen once? Like you had a conversation and then you stopped, or
No,
was
it
it
happens
more?
twice. I'm a very expressive
Twice.
person.
Oh.
I'm a very expressive person. When something's right, nothing Joshua would notice about me. When something's off, I talk about it. And I will try to break it down in the easiest digestible format possible. And we've had this conversation, I think, a couple of times, Joshua, didn't you?
I'd say maybe 3 times. I think first time it was more me who, I think we had a phone call, and I mean, it was more of a mutual, but I initiated it, and then the second 2 times, obviously you.
Yeah, and I think the third time I even came down to London and I met up with you. We sat face to face and we had the conversation, and I even said, it's okay. Sometimes you match with someone and you think this is what you want, and then you realize later that actually this is not what I want, and it's okay to speak up. Joshua said that wasn't the case, but a week later, he said, actually, I'm not ready for this.
She smelled the blood in the water and he tried to deny it.
I just, I understand that we in different parts emotionally. So we've got different views and on that aspect specifically. The reason he gave me didn't sit well with me because I was very confused. I'm not going to lie, because I was like, what's going on here? Like,
what was the reason?
But I just made peace with it,
Okay.
Joshua, do you feel like you're ready for a serious relationship right now?
You better not say yes, bro.
You're obviously nodding your head. I think it's a difficult one because obviously I've said a few things, and it's a difficult question. I think I am, but I think just given the speed of things.
Oh my gosh. No, you're not.
There's no way.
No, you're not. No, you're not. And this is the problem. You're not being truthful with yourself.
It's
Look,
okay.
everybody
It's okay to say no.
Look, everybody simultaneous eye rolled at the same time. Look at this screen right now. Look at this freeze frame. Everybody did it at the same time. All three.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready, and it's okay to not be ready right now in this season of your life.
But you gotta be truthful with yourself.
You gotta be honest with yourself, because even she was saying like, it's okay to think that the relationship was gonna go away and it went the other, and things changed, so on and so forth. And one thing I noticed that she said was, if there's something that's bothering her, she'll vocalize it. Some people take that as people that normally don't speak up about certain things, or they don't vocalize their opinion or how they feel very often. They take that as very intimidating to be around because they're not used to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's you saying that you're not connected to her emotionally. That could have been part of it. Mm-hmm. And it's no fault to her, but some people gotta grow into that.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. I think I am, but I think just given the speed of things, I normally prefer more of a natural sort of way of a relationship forming. And I felt like just given the speed of things that it just came across as quite unnatural. So the emotional maturity inside of the relationship didn't really sort of develop in the same way for me. That's what I would have said.
Okay, so speed dating
so
is
if
not
you was
for
to
you
meet
then.
somebody out on the street, for you that's more natural. Is that what you're insinuating here?
No, but I think there's time to sort of build that base. I would say it's not just going from 0 to 100.
But that's what I'm confused about, because you came on the show, you match, and you have time to build
exactly
a base, which is what you're saying. Now, the question is, was Karolina allowing you to you know, take it slow? When you asked her to take it slow, was she allowing that for that to happen?
And that's what I'm trying to sort of build to. I think there's maybe sort of an incompatibility there between us on that aspect of maybe how quickly maybe things should have progressed, or maybe you would have wanted things to progress. Obviously, I'm speaking only from my side, but that was my impression of things.
So are you saying that she wasn't willing to take it slow?
I'm not saying that she wasn't willing to. I think perhaps there was, obviously we had the conversation. We went for a coffee. We had the conversation, and there was obviously an incompatibility with how.
What's his name? What's his name? Joshua. Joshua. We need you to be Joshua, not the lawyer. Because you're saying a lot without saying anything at all.
TikToking right
happening?
now, bro. You pissing me off.
Come on, Joshua. What is going on?
Dang, bro. Is the sky blue? Well, I think we need to take into effect precipitation and the alignment of the sun. It's currently 12:45 p.m. The sun is at a perfect, solar system axis that is aligned with the horizon. And I feel like if we take that into a factor, but we also need to consider
the parabola.
The human eye also has factors that break down color waves. So what you may perceive, bro, is it blue or not, bro?
Technically, it's not.
It's like, bro, that's all we asking you. Hey, when you look outside, is it blue or not? Like, that's all we asking you, gang. You giving me this 8-page thesaurus definition of it. It's like, and then guess what? At the end of your explanation, we're at the same exact spot we started in, dog. Like that's annoying.
She wanted to take things, and how quickly I wanted to take things.
Okay, so if you like someone, then you have to communicate with a person, and because you both have to adapt. If one person is taking things too fast, one person wants to take it slow, you both have a conversation, and try to adapt to each other, right? So Karolina, was you willing to take it slow with Joshua?
100%. But all I asked for was to communicate. I don't expect you to talk to me 24/7. I expect you to just let me know,
So what was the communication style like? Was it taking long to reply, or?
Go ahead and say it, girl. We already here, man.
He's very busy. Let's just say he's a lawyer. He's got a great social life. He's very busy,
But I feel like you guys communicated. You would go on dates every other weekend.
Because I
had a lot of face-to-face.
In my mind.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Because I was suggesting it.
That's why he was saying it felt a little bit too rushed and abrupt.
I'm glad this is happening because we need to have a serious conversation about why a lot of people turn into this like scumbag type daters that they become, right? Because it's easy for us to get to a point where we can define what is a good person dating and what is a bad person dating. But I think we never really have the conversations of like what truly leads to people becoming bad daters.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are not becoming bad daters because
of their own fault.
They're becoming bad daters out of retaliation for the experiences that they have.
Yeah, which is, it sucks because you portray and you project that onto others.
Right. And I'm not saying this is for every bad dater, but we need to talk about the fact that there are a lot of genuinely solid men and a lot of genuinely solid women who would fit this type of archetype where their communication's there, they're serious, they're attracted to the person, they're willing to make it genuinely work. And you get people that do stuff like this where they tap dance around people's emotions. Yeah. They make excuses every time. They have no accountability for why the things are going. This, to a lot of adults, imagine this on a younger scale. Imagine if she was like an up and coming 22-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Or a 21-year-old. Anything under 25. Or vice versa. You can replace her with a under 25-year-old male who's trying to be serious, right? Yeah. The damage this would do psychologically or emotionally to a person is so big that we don't even actually pay attention to it. And it's stuff like this that would put people in that they say, oh, I'm in my bad boy era or I'm in my bad girl era.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Because I'm tired of getting heartbroken. So now I'm going to break hearts.
Or now they see everything as a red flag in everyone.
Right.
Because they are able to identify the same habits and traits that the previous person pushed on to them.
Exactly.
So yeah, it creates a...
This is a cause and effect.
Yeah, it is.
This is a cause and effect. And so now...
He single-handedly created a city girl.
Right. But my thing is, and then I'm going to say this. This is the crazy part. If we had to put this on a scale of like how impactful this type of thing would be, he's like a 3 or a 4.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
There's people that are in the dating game right now that are doing this level of damage, and they're at like a 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
You know, there's young females, young males that are really seriously ready to date, but they're dedicated. They see their parents, how their parents are. Yeah. They're ready for serious relationships, and they are getting this type of thing on a grander scale. Mm-hmm. And they're going to become monsters. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And then when they become monsters, we're going to get more and more people on these single people dating podcast shows talking about look at that person. That's why we have this in the dating game. Y'all need to buy my book. Like, this is what it's a cycle. Are y'all seeing it? It's like a constant cycle of this.
Meetups and stuff like that.
I suggested all of those dates.
Mm.
And I was forcing. Obviously, when I mentioned it, he was very receptive of it. And he would be like, yeah, sure, let's do this, you know? So I'll be like, when are we meeting? Like, and he'll check in and say, oh, yeah, we can meet on this day. But he's never actually came up to say, let's meet. You know, it was me mentioning it and him finding the time and finding an activity or, you know, things to do, which was really lovely, by the way. Yeah, so I think there's just incompatibilities. How'd you say it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that, yeah. So I just feel like, as I said, like, I feel like for the right person, Joshua will be available,
right.
You know. But
I think it's just important, you know, even for the people watching, just to bear in mind, like, you know, when you're coming on this show, it's about being intentionally ready, you know, like we're all very busy, but, you know, and I think Karolina said, you make time for the things that you want and the things that you value and stuff like that. Not saying, Josh, that you didn't.
No, we did. You know, we went on, you know, we met up a couple of times. So the space of a month, I think we met up.
Full time. We met up
4 times, yeah.
every week, yeah. We did met up.
That's pretty good.
She knew it because she planned it all.
I was intentional. I was very intentional with everything that I did. I'm not saying that you wasn't, Josh. You were intentional. But I just feel like
where I different speeds, maybe.
I feel like when I give 100%, I was getting breadcrumbs. And I did mention this to you, Joshua. This is not new news. I told.
And here's the bad part. When somebody who was ready to give that same level of energy comes into her sphere, she not gonna give 100% no more.
No, she's not. We would hope that she would, but
we can hope.
Most likely she won't because of this experience. And a lot of times people that normally give, they're never able to receive what they constantly give. And that hurts people a lot.
I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be the realest statement I've ever said, because it's gonna make everybody think about this long term. A lot of people paint this image that just because you have a short-term relationship or a short-term time dating or a short experience with people, a situationship, they think that, oh, because it was small, it didn't matter. I will tell you this right now.
It matters.
Every single relationship, good or bad, will have a long-term effect on somebody in general. It's going to. I bet you right now, everybody in here right now can think of somebody that they had a horrible experience in middle school and they can't stand that person to this day. Or high school, or elementary. It can be a teacher.
College.
It can be a classmate.
Family member.
We all can think of, there's somebody we had an argument with as a kid. Mm-hmm. And we still to this day can remember that argument word for word, bar for bar. It's not unforgiveness because you can still forgive them, but you can still replay that memory in your mind. And that's because your experiences in life, hey, shout out to Shannon Springs. Welcome to the flock, family. But it's not that you're not forgiving them. It's because these experiences in life shape how you turn out as a person.
Are we only talking romantic relationships, also platonic, family, friends, both?
We're talking overall, in general.
Somebody that you meet for the first time and you have an exchange, that interaction can be impactful to your life. You just, everything.
Right. And so it's like it's what shapes you as a person, because you guys heard the expression, you're always going to learn every single day of your life until the day you die. You're going to always learn. Learning doesn't always have to be level up knowledge. Learning is just experience.
Yep.
You get me?
And I just feel like I deserve a lot more than just crumbs. And, you know, if I am to adapt to you, you need to at least meet me somewhere. You can't just sit back and let me do the whole drive. So yeah.
I think just some context from my perspective. In the past, I have been in like relationships where things have gone from 0 to 100. Obviously, I explained that to Karolina when we met up. But I think that was sort of the angle I was going at, was just trying to purposefully slow things down. And I think that wasn't probably the best in terms of the situation. Obviously, that meant that we were a bit more incompatible in that respect as well.
Could it? Okay.
I feel like, because she said,
I was gonna ask, could it be because she was so ready to start doing all these things and she took the initiative to make all the plans, do all the dates? Could it be that he never felt like he had room to do those things because she was already doing it? And then when she would call it out, like, well, you're not doing it. Well, I can't do something that you already did. And then when I try to do it, it's not to your liking. So you just keep going on. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that is a possibility, but I think the thing that kind of disqualifies it for me, in my mind, is the fact that what he said just now, where he said he's had relationships where people were moving at that pace. And so this relationship, he tried to slow it down versus his regular experience. So that, to me, him saying that tells me that he had a horrible experience with somebody who did the same level of energy.
Right.
And rather than give her a clean slate, fresh start, he projected what happened in his previous relationship onto her subconsciously.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I don't want to say it was out of fear for him, but it goes back to when we were just talking about a few minutes ago. When you start to see the quote unquote red flags in a person that you are familiar with, that you saw in another person, out of a defense mechanism, you'll tend to do things to protect yourself, or like jump ship or avoid it.
I would say it's always good to. There's nothing wrong with having your boundaries and your experiences in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
I think the problem is, though, it's supposed to be in the back of your mind. It's not supposed to be the forefront of your decision making. Yeah. Meaning that if you had a bad experience with a person who's a morning person, just because you end up dating another morning person,
doesn't mean that they're the same.
Exactly.
Same person.
You need to give them the grace of, this person is not that person.
Exactly.
And that's the problem, is people don't know how to separate individuals.
Yes.
We subcategorize people too much
by traits and habits and
yes.
Yeah.
And because we see one singular identifying trait, we immediately box them in that. Yep. And then we don't even realize that was like 0.1 of a person. Yeah. You completely ignored the other 99.9% of the person.
That she was willing to take it slow. And, Josh, you're the man. You're the one that's really... the man is the one that's putting in, trying to maneuver things. And I just feel like if she was willing to take it slow, there should have been there should have been some action to that to see what could really happen. Because you both look great together. People really did love you on the show.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, but it ain't about us.
It boils down to like one person just not wanting to put much effort into it anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about communication, Karolina, you're saying that there wasn't communication. If I was to ask you, how long was you guys not talking for? Like, if one person wrote to somebody, one person called someone, like, how long was the gap of the communication? How long was it?
Girl, you might as well say it. It's all on your face.
My answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Anybody can answer.
I think it would vary. Sometimes I'd reply. I think there's just, for me, it's not really an in between. I'll either reply quickly or I'm just gonna take a long time to
Who
reply.
always initiates the conversation though?
That's probably what I would say.
So what are we talking about? 10 hours a day? What are we talking about?
If it's quick, it's within 30 minutes, and if it's slow, it can be anything between 2 hours and 20 hours.
2 hours and 20 hours.
2 hours and 20 hours.
So the longest time you had a rating was 20 hours.
But he's very busy. He works on different projects, so it's understandable that he,
No, that's fine. At the end of the day, guys, I never use that busy excuse to my
we haven't watched the new popular one
significant
yet.
other, because I'm a very busy man. You might as well call me BM, busy man. But I think it's very important, like you said, Karolina, you have to make time for the things that you want to make time for.
100%.
It's very important, guys. And even just moving forward, I hope that everyone takes this as a lesson. You might miss out on somebody because you're too busy doing something that, you feel like you have to do these things. But let's be honest, there's 24 hours in a day. Nobody's going to spend every single second being busy. So you have to make time for what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's sad that it didn't work out with you guys, but I'm happy that you're both mature about it. Do you think that you two could ever revisit this situation? I feel like maybe there's still something in there.
she done.
Leave the door open a little bit, guys. Don't shut it completely.
Completely shut. I feel like
Wow.
completely shut. Like, I feel like when a man knows that, and this is the thing, BM, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're a man. When a man wants someone, she will feel it, she will know it, she will smell it, he will be there and showing up. If you don't want someone, you will bring out all the excuses that you're busy. So I feel like I would never enter a room and force myself in a room where I am not valued. I would much rather be single than to do that. And I do like Josh a lot. He's a lovely guy. Honestly, like, amazing guy. Very beautiful soul,
She basically said, I'm not going to sit there and pull up a chair to a table where I'd never had a spot to begin with.
Yeah, like I'm not that desperate to even go through something like that.
It's like being that one friend that your group of friends are always going out, and you always find out right when they're leaving, and then you try to
show up anyway.
You try to show up, and everybody won't say like, oh, like you weren't invited. Everybody will still treat you like a regular, but you'll notice you'll never get an invite. You'll always find out. And at that point, you got to realize they're not inviting you for a reason. Yeah. And it's like, stop showing up.
Exactly.
Now, when you stop showing up, if they go, hey, where you at? We missed you here. Hey, come to the next one. Then that tells you that they appreciated you. They just kept forgetting. But if you stop showing up and they stop talking about it and they don't mention it, then that means that they never wanted you to begin with. Yeah, they never wanted you to be there in the first place.
Yeah. Solo dolo.
And, we used to pray together, actually. We didn't mention that. We used to pray together every week, which was really nice. So he's a very nice guy,
Oh, guys.
We're not revisiting that. I think he's got loads going on for him, and he's probably going to, if he hasn't yet, he's probably going to meet the right one for him soon.
Well, Josh, do you feel the same? There's no revisiting? The door's completely shut? Thrown away the key? How do you feel?
I just think, like I said, I found it difficult to connect on an emotional level. I was struggling on that aspect. So for me, that's quite an important thing. And I don't think it's anything to do with Karolina or anything she did. Like I said, I have nothing bad to say about her. She's a lovely woman, very intelligent, obviously very beautiful as well. But I think that for me, that was something that was missing. I don't think that's through fault of anyone, particularly not Karolina, but that was just something that I was finding difficult.
Brother, just say no.
to sort of find. So I probably would, agree with what Karolina said.
Okay, so that means you need to do the work
Well,
within
it's
yourself,
such a shame.
Can I add something?
so you can be able to connect with people emotionally.
I just feel like Josh hasn't completely healed from his previous relationship. I do feel that, and I say the reason why I'm going to justify myself, and I'm not saying that Josh should put you on the spot.
I know how you're gonna justify it, but okay.
Exactly, but like, because we had this conversation, I'm not saying that to put you on the spot or for anything, but I just feel like a lot of people would say they've healed from a relationship, you know, and, you know, they're ready for whatsoever. But I feel like once you've healed from something, you don't use it as a reason to block you from entering something else.
Right.
Because I do appreciate that, you know, you've mentioned that you were, it went from 0 to 100 and, you know, you trying to slow things down purposely. And just because you went from 0 to 100 with someone else and it didn't work out doesn't mean that if you do the same thing with a complete different person, the same result would happen. Exactly. I do appreciate that, you know, if you repeat the same thing and expect a different result, you know, that's a bit silly. But we're talking about different individual in this scenario, you know. Right. People are completely different.
I just said that. That's crazy. I just said it, man. Oh well.
That's really just what it is. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the type thing too. Why the type thing is so bad.
It's bad.
Because we tend to, as people, we tend to go for what we know, whether it's good or bad. And then we do the woe is me. Why do I keep having the same problems? You keep choosing the same type of people. You keep choosing the same type of people. If it's a duck and it quack like a duck and it walk like a duck and it eat like a duck, it's a duck. Stop going towards the duck. Get something different.
It go back to that quote. I forgot what character said it. I think it's a character from League of Legends that said it. His quote is, "Comfort breeds weakness."
Oh yeah, it does.
Comfort breeds weakness. When you are comfortable in something too long, that comfort develops into a weakness, meaning that you can flip that towards the people system of my type. You're so comfortable dealing with a certain type of people and dealing with a certain type of energies and atmospheres in dating and romance that you're also comfortable with the flaws in those type of people. And rather than you treating those people's flaws as things to not go towards those people, you in turn allow that comfort to overshadow it.
You make that comfort an excuse.
Exactly. And that becomes the weakness. Was it Master Yi? I think it was Rengar that said it, but if Master Yi said it, then
I do agree with her in the same sentiment that you made. Even though somebody could have somewhat similar traits of the person you just previously dated or whatever the case may be, give people that grace to at least find out more about them and make your decision after that. Don't project all of what you went through or what you experienced with somebody else onto another person. But when you know when you're getting too far deep into something and you know it's starting to feel extremely familiar in a bad way from what you previously experienced. You know when you're supposed to go. Right. Don't stay when you know you're supposed to go.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I do believe in the grace thing.
Like me coming up, and I think I've never ever brought up my ex in our conversations. Whatever happened there, whatever trauma I had there, I just worked on it, healed, left it behind. Right. You were a completely different person, and I just met you in that space, and I was like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like going forward, perhaps you should just, just focus on who is in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I completely understand your perspective. For me, I don't think that's something I would change, just because I feel like the past is something you can learn from. So that's definitely something that I would not, it's a lesson that I will take forward. And whether I implement it into the same degree or not depends on the situation. But it's definitely something that I would still have in the back of my mind going forward with.
You can learn from the past, but the problem is a lot of y'all be saying, oh, everything that I experienced in the past, that this is what made me as I am as a person today, this is blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But then y'all throw stuff on the people, or y'all say, oh, you remind me of my ex. If you got to say that to somebody, you are not healed. You are not healed, and you are not ready to be in a relationship. If somebody reminds you of your ex, and that's the first trigger that you feel, or you say to someone, you're not healed from your situation, gang. Like, you're going to keep going around saying it to people. And if anything, that's an insult. It's offensive. How many times have we watched Pop the Balloons be like, oh yeah, you just remind me of my ex. Even by their first name. You get hold for your first name because his name is Marcus and my name is Marcus. I can't date you. I can't talk to you. Dang. It's just, nah. You're not healed. And it's okay. You just got to put in the work. That's all that it is.
The first step is acknowledging that you're not
yes.
healed, so people are not ready to acknowledge.
Yeah, y'all ain't got to come like Barbie and Ken dolls. Y'all ain't got to come perfect, bro.
Alex spitting.
With any partner.
So, Josh, are you still not quite over your...
No, like I said, I'm 100% over my ex, but for me, there's lessons to be learned from a previous relationship, I think. And if you ignore them or repeat them, then that's obviously going to be... I don't think that's a good thing to do.
You're supposed to learn them, not
No, I
project
understand
them.
that.
Yeah.
I understand that. But when you have somebody in front of you that's completely different to the previous person, using some of the stuff that happened in the past, bringing it over here, don't you think that could also affect what you have in the future?
I can understand that perspective, of course, yeah. But I think it also boils down to sort of me as a person. I think the more time you give something to sort of flourish naturally, the more you get to learn someone's on a deeper level, and you don't sort of overlook certain things, and you sort of learn the person deeply, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you really want, take time, to really get to know somebody deeply. But she was willing to do that. Let me give you guys an example, right? If I ask you a question, would you ever go back? No, let me ask you a question. Do you all have phones, right? You all have phones. What phones do you have? What phone do you have, Dymund?
16 Pro Max.
You have an iPhone.
Baller?
Okay,
Josh.
big spender.
Big spender.
Big dollar.
All right.
Big bank. All right.
Big bank, me little bank. Okay.
What phone do you have?
The latest one, 17 Pro. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and Karolina,
Baller.
what
I
phone do
have
you
the
have?
same phone as Joshua.
Baller.
She copied me, but okay.
Okay, so we all have iPhones, right? If I ask you a question, would you ever go back to an iPhone 12?
Dang. Rakamat. Oh, hey, hold on. Let me get the name right. Rakamatech Gaming gifted JJ Christ is King a sub.
Hey.
Big gifted.
No.
Why would I?
Why
What's wrong with the
would you
12?
go back to an iPhone 12?
I'm just playing.
Why would you not go back to iPhone 12?
Quality. It's just
okay.
not the same.
Okay, cool. So there's a reason why you won't go back to an iPhone 12. The only reason why you will go back to an iPhone 12 is if you really love that iPhone.
Exactly.
Because there's no need for you to go back, because all the new things that's coming out now makes sense for you to be up to date with the new iPhone. So if you're going back to iPhone 12, it's because there must be something that you really love about that iPhone. And you're always going to go back to the iPhone and say, I just love this feature. I love something about this iPhone. So it's kind of like in relationships, right? If you're always going to be going back to the times that you loved about somebody, or you had great times with this person, it's always going to be affecting you in the future. So it's very important for you to try to focus on future things, because the future things that you have, the future woman that you have is always going to be thinking,
Shout out to Quan
maybe
Decker.
he hasn't hit.
Quan Decker with the double gifted subs. All right, y'all on the level
Was
3 hype train? Oh, level 2 hype train.
Hold on, man.
No.
Hold on, man.
No,
So
that's why I understood that perspective you were coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I hope the best for you both. And I did hear as well a lot about group chats as well. I hope you guys are not
Again.
involved in
Oh my gosh.
way.
You glutton for punishment.
No way the UK made the group chat, please.
I don't know why they don't listen.
Why didn't y'all learn? You don't learn.
I don't know why they don't.
You
listen,
don't
dude.
listen. Amy, thank you for this. Y'all don't learn. No way y'all did the group chat. Y'all have not learned from the curse of the U.S. group chat. Y'all are glutton for punishments.
Chat stuff. But I wish you both the best, and I hope that you both do find love. Josh, I hope you find love, man. You know, I really do.
Yeah, thank you.
Karolina as well. Let me know in the comments if you want me to bring back Karolina on the show. Seems like she's looking ready for love.
Oh, random one with the 5 gifted.
And
I don't think I'll come back. I'm too scared.
oh, you're too scared to come back now. Oh wow.
I'm too scared. Who said that? No, I'm too scared to come back. I feel like I'm a very private person when it comes to my life and like especially my romantic life. So me coming out was, you know, me stepping into a different zone, and I'm still shaking from it because I'm not. Everyone got so excited. Literally, everyone is so in love with Josh. They're like, "Oh my God, Joshua! Oh my God, he's so lovely," and this and that. And then now they're all gonna find out that Joshua, you know, it's not worked out. So, yeah.
But like, nothing bad happened. So, I think it was just like an incompatibility thing. So,
Yeah. Definitely.
It definitely didn't sound like anything bad or negative or whatever the case is. Like this is not a scandal, okay, guys? It's not a scandal. It's just a shame, you know, the bricks have laid out the way that they have been laid out. Because like we said, when your episode came out, a lot of people were rooting for you guys. You looked absolutely amazing together. But, you know, dating and relationships is far more than just that. You know, there's a lot of...
Yo, bro. That sub alert going crazy, man. That was like 5 in a row. Chill. No, it's still going. Hold on. All right, man. That mug's still going.
Background work that has to be put into it as well. Very sad, but I do wish you both individually the very best on your journey to finding love. Like you're both saying, each other, you know, is an incredible person. So I hope that, you know, someone would be able to experience that with the both of you.
Yo, bro, stop gifting subs. All right, man. Now the sub box got to get muted, man.
It's broken.
Y'all gifting subs out y'all mind, man. Chill. Stop.
It's fine, yo. Put the sub box right there or something. I don't know. It's fine.
Why are y'all gifting subs back to back? Stop.
As well. And before we go, are there any projects, anything exciting you are working on that you want us to keep an eye out for?
ladies first as always.
I'm not sure. I'm currently working on a podcast, but it's going to be in French. So,
and that's where we stopped the video. Shout out to y'all. We don't need no more podcasts, man. We out of there. Yo, bro. All right. Y'all want to do it? All right, man. We gonna subboard. Hey, YouTube, y'all not gonna see this. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video, man.